So, if we remember those 20% of kids that we looked at risk, that can provide the classroom instruction and small group instruction, that's tier 2 perhaps. This also can happen in tier 1, depending on how well the teacher can manage their classroom. Have you ever been in a classroom where it looks like the teacher had eyes in the back of his or her head? I spend a lot of times in classrooms observing. I call it teacher with itness. They get their finger on everything that's happening. That teacher can run 3 and 4 literacy groups and get around, and they can be responsible for that. Not all teachers can. And depending on the class, some classes are a little squirrely than others, right? So this supplemental small group could be what the classroom teacher's doing as differentiated additional instruction, or it could be what's happening by someone else at a different time of the day. I can't believe no one's asked the question yet. So when you do those two things, our risk pool goes down to 2%. This is in the research, the NIH research. Now, what's the question I'm surprised no one has asked? The when question. If you're not going to take the youngster out of reading instruction, literacy, someone always asks, what do they miss instead? And that's huge. Particularly for some of these kids. You got this kid who's struggling with reading, and he's very physically adroit and loves, are we going to take, I don't think so, not resource, not gym, here's a simple approach that many schools are doing. What they're doing is they're putting a half-hour block in the middle of their day that's open. Nothing else occurs except for tier 2 services. Remember, these are kids who are reading like crazy. They're all getting services too. They're involved in enrichment activities. Doesn't the community love that? When they find out that, we're doing stuff here for enrichment as well, it really kind of coalesces folks in terms of this whole model. So what happens during that half hour is everyone, depending on who you are, you're engaged in something, and it's all hands on deck. All teachers are engaged, the principal's engaged, the guidance person, all your support people. You're with kids, and you're doing something meaningful, depending on who you are. That meaningful is either enrichment activities, that meeting is just a refresher or second whack at something that was provided this morning, or you're getting something substantially different to reinforce because you need to learn it in a different way.